Weishaupt had an interesting insight on the Shroud of Turin.
And I grant that there are certain ones that I don't find convincing that other people do. But I mean, even something like the Shroud of Turin. I don't find the Shroud of Turin hugely convincing one way or the other for anything in particular. You know, I'm willing to have my mind changed, but ultimately, the Shroud of Turin does nothing for me.
He said he doesn't care about the shroud. He went on to explain why he doesn't share the enthusiasm of those who believe that the Shroud of Turin is the real burial cloth of Jesus. He laid out two reasons.
Why not?
I don't. I'm not huge into icons. There are also some other things. I mean, I know that there have been some investigations that have come out recently that have pointed more to its kind of first century credibility in that. But I also, a mentor of mine had a connection at the University of Turin who wrote an article, I think it was called the Roman Scourge and the Scourging of the Son of Man, something like that, where he investigated the wounds and was an expert in Roman flagrums, and actually said that the wound marks on the Shroud of Turin aren't conclusive in terms of being corroborated to a Roman flagrum, and actually could match Middle Age whips and weaponry.
He laid out two reasons. His first reason is theological. Second one is historical. Both are valid arguments. As a Protestant, I can understand why Weishaupt hates the veneration of relics. It's a form of idolatry that's prevalent among the Catholics. More serious criticism is a study that was quoted on the Roman scourging. After analyzing the various Roman scourges used by Romans to punish the criminals, this is what the study concludes. The marks on the body of the man wrapped in the shroud therefore coincide with the forms of the scourges that men of the Middle Ages were familiar with. Artists were accustomed to representing. Everything is fully compatible with the time frame in which the shroud was created, the first half of the 14th century. There are some recent evidences that claim that the Shroud of Turin is from the 1st century. The problem is that all these alleged evidences are coming from Catholic-directed institutions. This must alert us to be cautious. Who knows, the corrupt Catholic Church of the medieval years might even have closely reenacted the crucifixion and scourging marks on someone else. Maybe that is why they do not allow the shroud examined by wider scientific community.